WWE wrestlers who tragically passed away in 2024. 2024 proved to be a heartbreaking year for the world of professional wrestling, as it lost several iconic WWE stars who had contributed significantly to the industry's rich history. These larger-than-life personalities captivated millions, and their legacies will forever be etched in the minds of wrestling fans. In this video, we will take a closer look at the WWE wrestlers who passed away in 2024, reflecting on their extraordinary careers and the impact they left behind. From their signature moves to unforgettable moments, we remember them not just as wrestlers, but as legends. Kindly subscribe to this channel as we deepen on wrestlers that tragically passed away in 2024. 1. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend behind the mask. The sudden passing of Bray Wyatt, also known as Wyndham Rotunda, in 2024 was a devastating blow to the wrestling world. Wyatt, a third-generation wrestler, carved out a unique and dark path in WWE that blurred the lines between wrestling, horror, and pure entertainment. From his early days as the charismatic leader of the Wyatt family to his eventual transformation into the terrifying Fiend, Wyatt's creativity knew no bounds. Born into the famous Rotunda family, with WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, IRS, as his father, Bray Wyatt had wrestling in his blood. He initially entered WWE as Husky Harris, but his true breakout moment came when he re-debuted in 2013 as the sinister Bray Wyatt. Wyatt's eerie promos, cryptic messages, and psychological mind games made him stand out in a way few wrestlers ever could. But it was the Fiend, a dark alter ego that he introduced in 2019, that truly cemented Wyatt as one of WWE's most creative forces. The Fiend was more than just a character. It was a monstrous force that brought a horror movie vibe to WWE programming. Wyatt's dual personas, including the jovial yet disturbing host of the Firefly Funhouse, captivated fans with unpredictable twists and cinematic storytelling. Bray Wyatt's passing in 2024 at just 36 years old left a gaping hole in the WWE universe. Wyatt was in the prime of his career, and his tragic death was a reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem larger than it. The wrestling world will forever miss his creativity, passion, and the way he pushed the boundaries of what professional wrestling could be. 2. Terry Funk, the hardcore legend. The passing of Terry Funk in 2024 marked the end of one of the most legendary careers in professional wrestling history. Terry Funk was more than just a wrestler. He was a trailblazer, an innovator, and the embodiment of toughness. Known as the hardcore legend, Funk's career spanned over 5 decades, and he left a lasting mark on every era he wrestled in. Terry Funk grew up in the wrestling-rich territory of Amarillo, Texas, and came from a family of wrestlers, including his father, Dory Funk Sr., and his brother, Dory Funk Jr. Terry quickly established himself as a versatile performer, capable of technical wrestling and brawling, depending on the situation. In 1975, Funk won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, holding the prestigious title for over a year. However, it was in the later stages of his career, particularly in the 1980s and 1990s, that Funk truly reinvented himself as a hardcore icon. His work in promotions like Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, helped define the extreme, brutal, and chaotic style that fans came to love. Funk's rivalries with Mick Foley, Sabu, and others became the stuff of legend, with matches that left fans gasping and wrestlers battered. Terry Funk's body of work in WWE, particularly his infamous Hell in a Cell moments and his hardcore matches, left a significant impact on the promotion. His resilience, even in his 60s, was nothing short of awe-inspiring. As the wrestling world mourned his passing, they also celebrated the indomitable spirit of a man who lived and breathed wrestling for over 5 decades. 3. Lanny Poffo, the genius who lived in the shadow of a macho man. Lanny Poffo, who passed away in 2024, may not have been a headliner like his brother, Macho Man Randy Savage, but his contribution to the wrestling business is undeniable. Known to WWE fans as the Genius, Lanny Poffo brought something different to the ring, an intellectual persona that used wit and poetry to get under the skin of his opponents. Poffo was a master of mind games, often belittling opponents with his pompous rhymes and academic references. His in-ring ability was also highly respected, with a technical style that balanced perfectly with his character. Throughout his career, Poffo was known for his high-flying moves, including being one of the first WWE stars to perform a moonsault, long before it became commonplace. While Poffo never reached the heights of main event status, he played a crucial role as a mid-card talent, working with many of WWE's biggest stars during the 1980s and early 1990s. His role as a manager to Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig, stands out as one of his most memorable contributions. The genius added a layer of intellectual arrogance to Mr. Perfect's already cocky character, making the duo one of the most entertaining pairings in WWE history. Lenny Poffo's death was a reminder that even the smaller characters in wrestling's grand narrative can have a massive impact. His unique personality, combined with his technical wrestling skills, made him a beloved figure, particularly among fans who appreciated his cleverness and charisma. For Butch Reed, a trailblazer and powerhouse, another tragic loss in 2024 was that of Butch Reed, the powerhouse who dominated the wrestling scene in the 1980s and early 1990s. Reed was one of the first African-American wrestlers to break through in both WWE and WCW, setting the stage for future generations of black wrestlers in a business that was often dominated by white talent. Reed's career took off in the Mid-South wrestling territory, where his strength, agility, and charisma made him a standout performer. Reed's signature blonde hair and muscular physique earned him the nickname The Natural, a moniker he carried into his WWE run. His feuds with the likes of Tito Santana and other top babyfaces of the time made him a significant player during his stint in WWE. Reed's tag team career alongside Ron Simmons in WCW as part of Doom was a defining moment for him. Managed by Teddy Long, Doom became one of the most dominant tag teams in WCW, winning the WCW World Tag Team Championships and becoming one of the premier duos of the era. Reed's partnership with Simmons remains one of the most successful and impactful tag teams in wrestling history. Reed's death was a somber moment for wrestling fans who remembered him as a trailblazer. He was a wrestler who didn't just rely on his power, but could tell a story in the ring, and his legacy paved the way for African-American stars to succeed in wrestling. In conclusion, 2024 was a year that will forever be etched in the hearts of WWE fans as a year of loss. From Bray Wyatt's creative genius to Terry Funk's hardcore legacy, Lenny Poffo's intellectual charm, and Butch Reed's trailblazing efforts, these men left a mark that will be remembered for generations to come. Their contributions helped shape the world of professional wrestling. Thanks for watching, and hit that subscription buttons.